Hi guys, so today let's talk about guys in their 30s. You come across many articles and videos that tell you all that guys in their 20s need to know about women, dating, and relationships. But there's not a lot of content that talks about guys in their 30s. So backed by popular demand, this is what we're going to discuss today. You basically only have two alternatives when you reach your 30s, so I suppose that's where I should start. You can continue to do what you're doing while you're in your 20s, which is essentially avoiding long-term relationships and dating, but at least getting to know yourself, tuning into your intuition, following it, and deciding what you want to do with your life. You can also continue to build your own career or business if that's what you want it to do. Typically, men start thinking about settling down and getting married when they are in their 30s, though this might occasionally occur in their late 20s as well. So this is the second path that you can take in your 30s. Consequently, you have two options at this point. In order to help you make better decisions when dating women in your 30s, I'm going to give you the best advice I can, both from my own experience and that of the guys I've known to have had their fair share of experiences in their 30s with women. The first thing you must understand is all you can about women. Women become aware as they age that their window of opportunity for procreation is steadily shrinking. This implies that women are acutely aware of the fact that an egg is lost each month, leaving them with one less chance for childbearing. Reproduction is a feminine imperative by nature. It's true that I have previously discussed baby rabies, and that's something that happens to women after they hit 30. Women also experience it occasionally between the ages of 20 and 30. However, for virtually all of them, it will happen by the time they are in their 30s because they have this powerful, unknowable want to mate and procreate. There is nothing inappropriate about that. We are all biologically predisposed to do it. It is part of who we are. The issue is that women at a certain age have much less time to conceive as that window closes. They are aware of this because as each month ends, they know that they probably missed another chance. Typically, the possibility of a high-risk pregnancy is very high by the time women reach their late 30s or even their early 40s. That implies that they could eventually end up with certain pregnancy-related complications and have more statistical chances of either not conceiving at all or conceiving with birth defects. Typically, by the time women reach their 30s, they have to understand that their primary motivation is to have children. How do you people deal with that then? How do you behave? We're going to take another large red pill today to increase our knowledge of reproductive needs and feminine imperatives. Women will do whatever it will take to lock you down. They will act and behave in a way that will bring them closer to their desired goal, while you're thinking about trying to pay off your bills. I had a conversation with a friend recently, and his story basically summarizes what I'm trying to say here. So the guy, who by the way, I know from my college days, is a good man and a very responsible person. He's in his mid-30s and his girlfriend is the same age. They both work in the media sector and make average money for their age. As they turned 35, his girlfriend started sliding in comments about getting married and having children. It's not like he doesn't want children. He just wants to be in a better financial position. They ended up getting married soon afterward. He was discussing his future plans and what he intended to do with his life when he turned to his relationship. He was wondering if it was the right decision for her to get married and start a family, and an interesting thing occurred that will be highlighted so you can fully grasp what I'm talking about. For the first 6 months of their relationship, there was a lot of turmoil and conflict. Things weren't simple or carefree. Let's put it that way, shall we? There is a reason why many people move to North America. Those who have experienced it will understand that those who have not will simply go to America or Canada if they want to be a blue pill beta. He was living across the pond, though I won't say where, and this would have been a good lifestyle upgrade for him and his girlfriend. It would have significantly improved their quality of life. I'm stuck here, but we can talk about it another time. As soon as the 6-month mark had passed and he had that opportunity available to him, all of the conflict-inducing circumstances vanished. She began talking about wanting to settle down and have children. So take a moment to let that sink in. I don't even need to discuss the specifics. I just want you to take a moment to let that sink in. After 6 months of turbulence, things start to look up when they both have the chance to move to North America. With a brand new life in a better country, the turmoil stops. She wants to settle down and have children, so there you have it. In essence, that is how women function. When they're in their 30s and want to lock down a guy, they're going to approach it from that perspective. They will now begin to behave, and they may act in a variety of ways. They might decide to behave better. They might give up something. They might give in, and you might get ridiculous amounts of intimacy in the bedroom. You may notice a change in behavior to lock down the guy they're trying to secure. Women who engage in hypergamy essentially marry up for financial stability. You only need to be aware that this is their imperative. They will stop at nothing to persuade you that they are trying to do that. In order to restrain you, they'll essentially say and do what you want them to. That's why many men who have been married for a while will likely say things like, "Everything was great up until the wedding, and then we stopped having epic intimate time, and we just have random boring old people intimacy," which is a totally different thing. Now some other examples, like I've heard stories about women who will just bend over backward to relent and make a guy happy so that they can lock down the opportunity for marriage. I mean, I've dated a number of ladies my age who have all gotten divorced, and you start to hear sound bites like, because they start telling you about the tale of why they got married and then how they got divorced, and it generally ends up being something like this. Now that the game has reached this point, you only need to play it safely and trust your instincts. You've probably had a lot of success. Perhaps you invested in your first home or accumulated $50,000 to $100,000. You should save some cash for your future plans, the things you want to develop, and the places you want to go. Therefore, you must pay very close attention to what ladies you are dating or considering a relationship with are doing. You must always keep your eyes and ears open and pay extremely close attention to what they do while paying very little attention to what they say. That's it for today, guys. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Until next time.